Ryan had always been different from other kids. They never knew why. Growing up with Glenn and Glenda's siblings was unique, to say the least. Their mom, Tiffany Valentine, was the ultimate mix of glamour and chaos. One moment she was showering them with love, and the next she was screaming at the TV, cursing out some guy named Chucky. But despite her quirks, Tiffany had always protected them. She never let them out too late, always warned them about, quote, dangerous people, end quote, and made sure they never wandered too far from home. Wayne always chalked it up to just being a normal, overprotective mom. That was until things started to get weird. It began with whispers through the vents at night, a raspy voice murmuring things they couldn't quite make out. Then Tiffany started acting even more paranoid, keeping the doors locked and triple-checking the windows and muttering something under her breath about keeping them safe. One night, Wayne had decided they'd had enough. While Glenn was busy drawing in their room and Glenda was polishing their nails, Wayne had snuck into Tiffany's bedroom, something that was strictly off limits. Inside, the air was heavy. With a scent of perfume and candles, a large vanity sat against the wall, surrounded by old makeup and jewelry. But Wyan's eyes weren't drawn to that. No, it was the locked chest at the foot of her bed. Their heart pounded as they knelt in front of it, their small fingers trembling as they traced over the latch. They hesitated. This was their mother's secret. Whatever was inside, she clearly didn't want anyone to see. But curiosity was a beautiful and dangerous thing. Gripping the hairpin from the vanity, Wyan picked the lock. A soft click echoed in the room, making them freeze. When no one came rushing in, they slowly lifted the lid. Inside, there were newspapers, clippings, and the first one they grabbed had a headline that sent chills down their spine. Notorious serial killer Charles Lee Ray, dead or alive, it read. Wyan furrowed their brows. That name sounded familiar. They shuffled through the more clippings. The Lankshore Slasher strikes again. Killer doll rampage, Chucky murders continue, another read. Their breath hitched as they reached for a grainy photograph of a man with wild brown hair and piercing blue eyes. He was smirking, like he knew a secret that no one else did. Underneath, the papers were Polaroids, something odd. Somewhere of their mom in her younger years, looking just as glamorous, but with something darker in her eyes. But what really made their blood run cold was a picture of their mom standing beside Charles Lee Ray, and then a birth certificate. Warren's fingers trembled as they read the names. Father, Charles Lee Ray, and mother, Tiffany Valentine. Their stomach twisted. No. This had to be some kind of sick joke. Before they could even process it, the sound of footsteps made their heads snap up. The bedroom door creaked open and Tiffany stood there in the doorway, her expression unreadable. Wyan? She said, her voice softer than they expected. What are you doing? Wyan clutched the paper, their breath shaky. Is this real? Their voice cracked. Tell me it isn't real. Tiffany let out a long sigh, stepping inside and closing the door behind her. She looked at the clippings and at Wyan. For the first time, she looked tired. Sweetheart, she murmured, crouching down through the level. I was going to tell you when you were older. Wyan recoiled. So it's real? Charles Lee Lade, he's my... Their throat tightened. Dad, they whispered. Tiffany hesitated before nodding. Yes, baby, he is. Wyan's stomach churned. Why didn't you tell me? Their voice cracked. Why would you lie to me? Tiffany sighed before rubbing her temples. I wanted to protect you, and I didn't want you to grow up scared or thinking you were destined to be like him. Wyan felt like the floor was tilting. Like him? Their chest tightened. Does Glenn and Glenda know? They asked. Tiffany shook her head. They know some things, but not everything. I tried to give you a normal life, but things just don't always seem to stay buried. A loud made them both jump. It came from the living room. Tiffany's face went pale. "Stay here," she whispered. But Ryan didn't listen. They followed her out of the room, their heart pounding against their ribs. Glenn and Glenda were already in the living room, frozen in place. The TV flickered, but what caught Ryan's attention was a small, plastic-looking figure standing in the doorway. A red-haired Chucky doll. Except this wasn't just a toy. It grinned, tilting its head. "Well, well, well," it drawled. "Looks like the gang's all here." Ryan's blood ran cold. It was that same voice that once they'd been hearing through the vents. Chucky's big blue eyes locked on them, and his grin widened. "You must be my kid, huh?" He let out a laugh, shaking his head. "Damn, Tiff. You really tried to keep him away from me." Tiffany stepped protectively in front of Ryan. "Stay the hell away from them, Chucky," she warned. Chucky rolled his eyes practically to the back of his skull. "Oh, come on. You don't think you can keep them from me forever?" His gaze flickered to Ryan, and something about it made him want to run. "Bet you got a whole lot of questions," he said, his grin never faltering. "Like why you've been feeling so different your whole life, and why you got that itch to break things, maybe even hurt things." Ryan stiffened. "I don't," Chucky chuckled darkly. "You will." Tiffany grabbed the closest thing she could find, and a lamp, and hurled it at him. Chucky dodged, laughing it off. "Same old Tiff," he cackled. But before anyone could react, the front door slammed open. Another figure. Ryan felt their breath hitch. It was another doll. This one had blonde hair and similar eyes and a smirk just like Chucky's. The doll tilted its head, an eerie gaze locking onto Ryan. "Hey there, kiddo," it purred. "Miss me?" Ryan's body refused to move. Their breath hitched and their minds scrambled to try and make sense of what the hell they were seeing. Another doll with blonde hair and blue eyes, and an unsettling smirk. She had no idea what was going on. Glenda's voice was barely above a whisper. "No way." Tiffany's face went paler than before. "Oh no, no, no." The doll stepped inside, its plastic heels clicking against the floor. "What's wrong, Tit?" it cooed. "Aren't you happy to see me?" Ryan felt their heart hammering. Who the hell was that? Chucky's grin widened. "Well, kiddo, meet your old man's little assurance policy." Tiffany's hands balled into fists. "You shouldn't be here." The blonde doll pouted mockingly. "Aw, Tiff, that hurts my feelings. After everything we've been through." It turned its gaze on Ryan. "And this must be my other kid. Damn, Tiff, you really hit this one well." Ryan stiffened, stepping back instinctively. "What the hell?" The doll tilted its head. "Listen, let's just not get caught up in labels, sweetie." The doll snorted, but Ryan had no idea what it was talking about. "Both if you just shut up," Tiffany spoke. Ryan flinched at her sudden anger, but it wasn't just anger, it was desperation. Ryan had no idea what was going on. Who the hell were these random dolls? But Tiffany knew what was going on. Chucky had separated his soul again. Chucky let out a low whistle. "Damn." Tiffany turned towards him. "Shut up, Chucky." Ryan didn't know what to do. I mean, what was this? What was going on? And who the hell were these dolls? I guess she's gotta find out next time. Hey guys, sorry, I'm gonna speak a little bit. I'm sorry this is so short. I have just been under a lot of stress recently because I'm starting a new school, and yeah, it's just I'm freaking out. So that video is a little shorter and my whole schedule has changed, so it's just a bit of a mish. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this, and yeah, have an amazing day, night, afternoon, whatever. And I literally love you so much.